Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hock Wat. I'm the chairman of Gifted and Talented Education. Today we are doing episode 3 of our Hard Truths talk, of which we would like to share with parents on some of the very interesting facts and useful tips in helping your kids with their education. So today's episode will be talking about what kind of a return on investment, for parents of these three famous countries, namely Singapore, Hong Kong and Shanghai, who are always the top for the famous PISA test conducted by OECD. GATE itself will work with parents and students from top schools of these three countries. In Asia, for example, in Hong Kong, we've worked with students from DBS, DGS, St. Paul and CIS. In Singapore, we work with students from ACS, Nanyang Primary School, RGS, and even in Shanghai, we work with students and parents from Pao Yu Kang. So we've got a pretty good idea, the kind of a return on investment for parents vis-a-vis the amount of money they spend on education. Very interesting when you compare the education system of all these three countries, where the kids are all doing so well. Well, in Singapore, all of us know that the best are our public schools, right? For our local kids. So all the best kids and teachers are kept within the system. And then you can have top IB school charging you maximum $500 per month before any subsidy or scholarship. So whereas in Hong Kong, is a lot on private schools and international schools. So parents usually have to pay quite a hefty amount, as high as 25,000 Hong Kong dollar per month, for the top international schools. In Shanghai, it's also a hybrid. It's an assortment of all these schools. But Shanghai has also very good local schools where the 学霸 or the top students would also go. So again, it's a very good mixture. So all in all, well, I hate to say this without feeling the conflict of interest, I think Singapore's education system offers the best value for money. If you look at the top of the pyramid, whether it's Shanghai, Singapore or Hong Kong, I think essentially it's the same if you have all the money to invest in the best education. If you talk about middle class in general, then Hong Kong, it is a very competitive environment because we were told that the students may have to go through as many as 40 interviews, and also the parents will have to be involved. And parents may even have to purchase the debentures issued by the school, and the debenture can cost as much as $1 million Hong Kong dollar to a few million Hong Kong dollar. And you're not supposed to sell your debenture until your child graduates from the school. And many a time, all these top schools, the kindergarten is connected to the primary school, and the primary school is in turn connected to the secondary school. So it is really a very tough environment for the middle income group in Hong Kong. If you look at Singapore, well, our primary one registration system to the top schools is by distance or by some alumni that you may have. So generally, many people will still have that opportunity. And if you're looking at going into secondary school, it is purely meritocratic via your PSLE, your Primary 6 Leaving Examination. The PSLE system has been tweaked over the years. Like right now, they use achievement levels for each subject. But generally, it is still meritocratic. So my conclusion is that I think Singapore, it is still a country that is more middle class friendly in terms of the education system. When you ask for best value for money, you're talking about for all the money that the parents spent on a primary to tertiary education, and the notion is which university did the students end up going to. So if we were to look at the data released by the top UK university, let's say Oxford. In the case of Oxford, on average, about more than 180 Singaporeans will go into Oxford every year. About 420 from China will go. And for Hong Kong, I think it's in the range of about 150 to 160. But if you were to take a look at the primary one cohort population base in Singapore, we only have 38,000 every year compared to 12 million for China. Shanghai alone, the P1 cohort is 169,000. And for Hong Kong, it is only 43,000 on average. So you can tell that Singapore has got a disproportionate success. And this is Oxford, mind you, and I was told that Cambridge probably gives about 220 seats to Singaporeans every year, because they recognize our A-levels, they recognize our IB, so you can really see the disproportionate success in terms of the enrollment to the top universities, and Singapore students score the best. We produce the 50% of the full mark for International Baccalaureate every year. So really we have got disproportionate success in this area. So let me finish off like a lawyer and giving you the force majeure clause. These are all my personal opinions, and if you don't agree with my opinions, there's no need to write to me. You are also entitled to your own opinion, but I just hope that these nuggets of knowledge and information will be useful to parents in parenting your little bright spark. With that, I thank you.